Hey there again, I'm Synesthetic Mouse. Welcome back to Alpha City. This morning we're at the River Theater site. This is one of two theaters we're building, but instead of showing movies, they are an interesting and fun way to display maps. Maps of Alpha City and of all the places we visit. It's also an excuse to build another building. So far, we've got the basement and some temporary flooring. And off camera, I started laying out the theater spaces themselves. I can't wait to see what the marquees I've designed look like outside of my test world, so I want to build one of them today. The building will be 7 stories when it's finished. The marquee will be 4 stories tall, so I want to build at least up to the 4th floor today. The building itself is going to be mostly andesite and polished andesite. I brought 30 stacks, but it's probably only going to be about 23. I'm not sure about some of the walls that are inside the block. As in city block, that is. It depends on the buildings that will be next to it, and I haven't decided on them yet. The floors aren't all going to be the same size. The floors aren't all going to be the same size either. I used carpets, like I do, to mark where the doors, windows, and other features will be. The first 2 stories are basically a big box. I started the first floor walls off camera because I wanted to kind of feel out the interior spaces, but I didn't want to get too far ahead of the video. Just a few more blocks. I want to build the interior walls for the first floor before I build the ceiling, while it still looks open. There will be 2 theater spaces. I started off camera, but it's wrong, so we'll have to fix that. There's going to be 2 shops in the end of the building. I haven't decided on the best layout for the walls yet. I'll build my best guess, and I figured I can always change it later. One theater will be 7 blocks wide, and the other will be 6. I started on the floors that will be like seating. I wasn't focusing, and I want to do that another time anyway. I'm trying my new pale oak for the stairs. Let's see if that works. Blue, come on. You're kind of in the way here. Come on. Come on. You didn't have to teleport. Villagers can get a little confused with stairs. I'm slowly learning how to deal with it, like building 2 wide stairs and no twists and turns. Come on, Blue, get down from there. Come on, there we go. I'm using red concrete for the shop walls. The corner shop is going to be a chicken fast food place with a red and white theme. It'll be stocked by an automatic chicken... I'm using red concrete for the shop walls. The corner shop is going to be a chicken fast food place with a red and white theme. It'll be stocked by an automatic cooked chicken maker in the upper floors. The other shop is going to be a feather store. Another way that villagers could get confused is if there are too many obstacles or not enough direct ways for them to get around. I've learned from the citizens of Alpha City, too many walls without doors and too many twists and turns can glitch their pathfinding. And doors are a good detail to make a room look more interesting. Kind of looks like it's a back office or something. By the way, off camera, I built some basement stairs. Probably the outside needs to be lit more like that. What am I going to have? Am I going to have... Yeah, I'm thinking sea lanterns. I don't have any sea lanterns down here, do I? Should it be like yellowish, like incandescent light? Sea lantern, sea lantern. I have glowstone. Let's see how glowstone looks. Glowstone just doesn't look great, does it? Yeah. Glowstone doesn't work. I'll keep the glowstone in case it works someplace else here. I need some sea lanterns. All right, Blue, want to go for a ride? Yay! I only have 4 sea lanterns. I don't want to go to the ocean monument. Do you, Blue? Yeah, let's see what I got in here. Anything? I do. I have sea lanterns. Check it out. Awesome. Let's see where Sal has wandered to. Nice. Alright. I am almost out of sea lanterns, but I don't have to go today. Blue. All right, stay there. Good dog. Good dog. All right, I put in some sea lanterns to light up this floor and the one below. It kind of looks like fluorescent lights. It's a little more work, but I like to put in temporary flooring instead of trying to decide every detail right away. For me, if I concentrate on the details too much, I kind of lose my focus on the bigger goal. Going down rabbit holes, I think you'd say. And sometimes that's really easy. Oh, wow. I didn't light it up enough. I didn't light it up enough. Okay. Ow. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't light something up. I gotta do something about that. I should just sleep. I really want to get this done though. I'm leaving out part of the floor here. This is where the marquee lights will be. Really? Starting at the second floor, I'm gonna be Starting at the second floor, well, let's try that again. Starting at the second floor, I'm mixing in some regular andesite. It'll give the building a little more interesting feel. You'll see the effect more as we build. Trying to figure out my own design. I'm not used to imagining it from the inside. Let's just leave this. This is where the marquee will be. And these keep going. This one keeps going. And this is like this. And these are both single windows. Good. I think this back wall should be put up too. Maybe I'll just throw up some stone. I don't know. Bone block. I want to do bone block. Okay, I wanna think about putting up this wall here. I need a wall to close off the building on this side. And I only got one of the buildings. I need to figure this out. I really didn't figure this out because I wasn't sure about the buildings that are gonna be next to it. But now I get it. I think I need another screenshot. This is what we've got so far. This is the second floor. We've got 2 staircases up, the outside wall is done, and a little cutout here for the theater marquee redstone, which is going to be right there. And I also put in a bone block wall. I can always change it later. It's cheap. I've got a ton of it. All right, let's start on the 3rd floor. Stairs to the 3rd floor. Yeah, so I'll do stairs up. I am getting a little confused about how I should deal with these stairs because I'm not sure how far the villagers are going to come up. They don't really like the 3rd floor too much. Well, we'll see. We'll see, but we'll leave it up to the villagers. I should probably put a bed in this building someplace. I don't think tonight is the night I have to sleep. I like to let the villagers sleep because some of their activities depend on whether they've slept or not. Be better safe than sorry. Put too many torches in. The 3rd floor and the 4th floor are going to be stepped back from the first 2 in different ways. The 3rd floor is stepped back only at the corners. Kind of like this. So you get what's called a reentrant corner here. Should I record any of this? All right, so we have the first window on this is a small one. The corners are basically 2 reentrant corners, and there's going to be one over to this end too on the end. I made a nice little cushion of slime blocks for myself so that I go boing boing instead of splat. It's taking shape. I'm really into architecture from the early 1900s, the 20th century. And I especially like Art Deco architecture from the 1930s. Art Deco was simpler than the styles before it, and a lot of Art Deco buildings were very geometric and blocky, which kind of works well with Minecraft. Many of them had floors stepped back from the others, like a cake. Or the decorations on the front were taller in the middle and shorter going outwards, which is called ziggurat style. The way that vertical and horizontal features lined up was bold. To me, it was visually loud. And they had geometric decorations, like triangles and chevrons. Probably the most famous Art Deco building is the Empire State Building in New York City. Well, there's the floor of the 4th floor. Let's go up one more. On the 4th floor, it's going to step back one more. Regular andesite, like this. Yes, it is. Right, that's the way it goes. Lost track of what I was doing. Okay, so the 4th floor gets stepped back twice. Like this. Well, we're getting there. I'm kind of, for some reason I'm getting stuck. It's getting there though. It's getting there. So these are double windows again. And this comes back to here, right? think I got it right. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's not correct. Here. Right. That makes sense now. I think I got it right. I think this is what I saw in my head. It's morning. This is looking nice. Oh, that's good. That's good. This is the 4th floor, and I'm putting up the floor for the 5th floor, or the ceiling for the 4th floor. And I've got construction ladders all over because I'm just sick of jumping down or pillaring up or whatever. I think I'm gonna bring this sidewall up to the 4th floor here. Yeah, that's right. And I gotta finish the floor. It's gathering time. I hear a wandering trader. I would like to talk to this trader. See if I can figure out where it is. I see llamas. I see llamas. I see llamas. There. Where's your person? Where's your person? You're not supposed to be locked in there, are you? Well, I don't need any more pets. I can't just let them go wild. One will follow the other. I think. Yeah, I don't want to deal with you guys right now. Where'd your trader? Oh, I hear you. I see bubbles. There you are. Hi. Hey, yeah. Invisibility cherry sapling. Small drip leaf. I will take all of them. Thank you. I will take 10. I got 10. All right. You don't have anything else? No. All right. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Have a good night. Wow. Okay. I didn't spend all my emeralds either. I got drip leaves. Good. I want some small ones. Hey, Sal. Would you carry these? Thank you. Oh, here they come. Here they come. All right, it's almost morning. I'm not gonna... Nothing. Nothing. Where's the experience point? Oh. My armor's sealed. And I did get a phantom membrane. Sal, would you hold on to that? I think I'm going to be happy with this. I decided to take down the construction fence and the slime. The fence is just to keep villagers and iron golems out, and the slime blocks are mainly just to keep Blue and I safe. I was being overly cautious, and the gates on the doors should be enough. Let's take a look at our progress so far. Blue, you can stay out here. This is where the theater lobby will be. Over here, we've got the 6-wide theater. And over here, we got the 7-wide theater. There will be a counter here that'll resemble there will be a counter here that will resemble a construction. There will be a counter here that that will resemble a concession stand. Some days are better than others. The chicken fast food and the corner shop will have entrances on both streets. I brought the construction stuff in here for now. The feather store will have a Fletcher working here to trade the feathers to. In the back of the feather store is the basement stair. The basement will have the bottom of the theaters and the redstone to control the interior house lights. On the second floor, I've roughly mapped out villager apartments, a section where the marquee redstone will be, and a section in the center, right over the theaters, for bubble column elevators that only I can access. And I use deep slate tile stairs to represent where the silos will be. To me, it's a similar color to hoppers. Sometimes villagers can be picky about the third floor, so I'm having second thoughts about villager apartments up here. I want to think about it more. From the third floor up, I'll use the space mainly for machinery. There's the fourth floor. Let's come back in the morning and get some screenshots down on the street. Well, it's coming together. Let's see if I can strafe right while I'm doing this. Oh, hello. Excuse me. From here, you can really start to see the corner taking shape. I think this is starting to really look nice. And it really gives you an idea of what it's going to look like down this street here. Now, this building isn't going to be alone. There will be two buildings next door to this one. The one on the south side is half built. I wasn't sure what I was going to do here. It really matters what this is going to look like next to the marquee now. I want to see the new building and its marquee in context. So I kind of want to finish off this building first. I'm going to do that off camera now. I might do a separate video on it. I wanted to do that first because I really need to feel out how this whole thing balances. I need to experience all of this together. And now, the main attraction. I'm building this marquee with mainly iron blocks and pink concrete. In my opinion, Art Deco style was all about its distinctive geometry. I don't mean that things like color didn't matter. Some Art Deco buildings were very colorful, and pastel colors were common. But many were just one color of marble or concrete, and they relied on geometry for detail. And they had a lot of relief. What I mean by that is they weren't flat. Art Deco buildings had a lot of depth. I missed a block. Another thing many Art Deco buildings had in common was stainless steel. It was used in doors, building entrances, and giant decorations. The closest thing I have is iron blocks. With shaders on, they're kind of reflective, so it works. I use complementary Reimagined shaders. I'm thinking that in future versions, they'll probably improve the metallic look. Alright, so I got another layer of iron blocks here. There's going to be a layer above and one block out from the others. Redstone lamps is about the only choice I have to do this. The chasing lights won't light up the top of the marquee. So, off camera I built in some hidden lights. I used some pink glass and pink wool to make it look a little more finished. Now, I have 9 redstone lamps, but there's only going to be 7 channels. What I mean by that is that each of these iron blocks here will be strongly powered from behind. On the end, there are 2 redstone lamps that are adjacent to a powered block, so they'll come on at the same time. So they really share a channel. Let me show you this in cross-section. Each redstone lamp will be adjacent to a solid block which will be strongly powered by a comparator. I call each of these modules a channel, and there's a comparator for each channel. Behind the comparators, I'll set up 4 groups of 4 hoppers going around in a circle so that when an item is put in one of them, it'll keep cycling around from hopper to hopper. When the item cycles around to each channel, the comparator senses that and turns on the lights. So each set of 4 hoppers will be responsible for 2 channels, except for the last one here, because I only got 7 channels, so I only need half of this set of 4. There are 4 groups. All right, last one. Let's see if I can explain this more clearly with a demo. I've got 4 hoppers pointing towards each other in a circle. Put in one item, and it cycles around from hopper to hopper. Comparators here power on when the item cycles around the hopper chain. The redstone lamps are powered through the solid iron blocks. To turn it off, we put a solid block above this hopper. When we power this solid block, it locks this hopper, stopping the item and stopping the cycle. There are 4 of those modules here. It feels right to use empty maps as the items that cycle around. To keep it off during the day, we've got the same setup as in the demo. But to turn it on at night, an inverted daylight detector will power the block the torch is on. That turns off the torch and depowers the block that's over the first hopper. The hopper unlocks and the item starts traveling. The daylight detector needs a clear view of the sky, so I'm putting glass blocks in the floors right over it, up to the roof. Each module gets its own block, and to connect them, I'm using repeaters on a 4-tick delay. Solid blocks on the hoppers keep them from picking up stray items. The reason I'm doing it this way instead of having one long hopper chain is because it gives a better quality of flashing. I found that with one long hopper chain, an item or a group of items cycle around in one long clump. So there's one long chain of light and one long chain of dark, which is kind of boring. By separating them and delaying each one with a repeater on 4 ticks, when the lights start at night, the 4 redstone tick delay gives the first module a head start. The other 3 modules are each 4 redstone ticks behind the last. A redstone tick is 2 game ticks, so the delay is 8 game ticks. The hoppers can transfer 2.5 items per second, or 1 item in 0.4 seconds, which is also 8 game ticks. The modules have the same frequency because the items travel around in the same amount of time, 1.6 seconds. But the delay makes them 90 degrees out of phase, so it looks like pairs of lights traveling together instead of one long glob. The reason I'm using an inverted daylight detector with a torch instead of just using a non-inverted one is because the inverted detector turns the lights on earlier. The marquee lights won't just be for show. They're also like an alarm for me. If I'm absorbed in something, I'll work into the night and end up being annoyed by phantoms and other things. Ah, here they come. I didn't light it up enough. So I want the lights to come on early as an alarm. I got this daylight graph from the wiki. Night is from 12,000 ticks to 24,000 ticks, the equivalent of 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. The yellow curve is the strength of signal from a regular daylight detector. The dark blue curve is the strength of an inverted daylight detector. Monsters begin spawning at around 13,000 ticks. Without more complicated redstone, a regular daylight detector would turn the lights on at 13,670 ticks, which is after monsters begin spawning. An inverted daylight detector gives a signal from around 12,000 ticks to about 24,000 ticks. That means the marquee will light up before monsters spawn. so I'll have time to park Sal and get to a bed. All that's left to do is watch the lights turn on for the first time. Wow, I hope we can find a spot in this crowd. By the way, I used some iron trapdoors up top and on the lights. I think it makes a good trim. Hello? Hello? I'll say goodbye now. I probably won't see you afterwards on account of the crowd and all. Thanks for visiting us in Alpha City. If you like and subscribe to the channel, it makes a portal so you can get back. I'm Synesthetic Mouse. I hope this video was interesting and fun. See you next time. Later.